The Conners premieres tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Tonight, breaking developments on several stories, the global murder mystery and President Trump facing pressure, sending his Secretary of State to Saudi Arabia, shaking hands with the Crown Prince. They have denied any knowledge in the disappearance of the U.S. resident, the Washington Post writer, seen walking into that consulate and never coming out. Tonight, news coming in on possible evidence found inside, and President Trump revealing his phone call with the Crown Prince late today. Also tonight, authorities before the cameras just moments ago, the urgent nationwide search tonight for a 13-year-old girl. Her parents found dead inside their home. The stunning new numbers tonight involving children and a rare polio-like illness. The CDC now saying cases in 22 states. More than 120 patients, most of them children, now being watched. It all starts out looking like the common cold, what parents need to know. The major storm system, the bridge collapsing, cars losing control on the highway. The verdict in a road rage case in a Walmart parking lot. The teenager killed in front of his girlfriend. Authorities say the suspect then filming him dying. The plane crashing into the ocean, lifeguards racing into the water to get to that plane. And the other air scare, the flight attendant falling from the plane. And Made in America is back tonight. This bud's for you. And it's not quite what you think.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Tuesday night. And we begin with that disappearance of that Washington Post writer, Jamal Khashoggi, missing now for 2 weeks. President Trump late today revealing he has talked with the Saudi Crown Prince, that he denied involvement. And the president just telling the AP that Saudi Arabia being blamed for this missing journalist is another case of guilty until proven innocent. The writer, who lived in Virginia, was last seen entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, Turkey, never coming out. It took 13 days for investigators to get inside, and there is a report tonight that investigators have found, quote, certain evidence that he was murdered inside. Khashoggi's disappearance is now a full diplomatic crisis for the United States. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in Saudi Arabia, shaking hands with the Crown Prince. He can be heard talking about jet lag and their relationship with the U.S. So where does this go next? ABC senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell on the scene again tonight.
It looked like sweetness and smiles today as America's top diplomat made small talk with the Crown Prince about his flight.
I hope we don't have jet lag. In a little while, but so far so good.
But the Saudis have been accused of murdering Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi in their consulate in Turkey, something the royal family repeatedly denies.
Really strong and old allies. So we face a lot of challenges together in the past and today and also tomorrow. Absolutely.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo today thanking the Saudis for, quote, a thorough, transparent and timely investigation. Many critics think it's been anything but that. 2 weeks after the US-based writer walked into the consulate and never came out. On Monday, first came the cleaning crew. Turkish President Erdogan today suggesting the consulate could have been recently painted. Then the forensics team finally moved in, searching for 9 hours. And according to AP, they found certain evidence Jamal Khashoggi was killed there. But police sources telling ABC News there are no conclusions so far. The Washington Post now obtaining scans of passports from Turkish officials, members of the alleged hit squad. The search for evidence now expanding. Less than 2 hours after Jamal Khashoggi had gone into the consulate, this mysterious black van leaves, drives down the road of this quiet suburban street in Istanbul and arrives here at the residence of the Saudi consul, now besieged by journalists awaiting more search teams. This video released by the Turks shows this mysterious black van travelling to the residence on the day the writer went missing. A source telling ABC the Saudis may be ready to admit responsibility for Khashoggi's death, reportedly as part of an interrogation gone wrong.
And so let's get right to Ian Pannell on the scene in Istanbul again tonight for us. And Ian, you reported there on the second location they want to get to, the residence. Are they in yet?
Yeah, David, we've just heard ABC sources confirming that investigators were not allowed into the residence, blocked by the Saudis. Forensics essentially want to get inside there because they want to know whether or not Jamal Khashoggi or his body were ever there. David?
Ian Pennell leading us off again tonight. Ian, thank you. And Jamal Khashoggi's disappearance isn't just a diplomatic crisis for the U.S. It puts President Trump in a delicate position. Today, the president denied having any financial interests in Saudi Arabia. But ABC's John Carl with what the president has said before and the potential money at stake here.
President Trump has warned of severe punishment for Saudi Arabia if it murdered Jamal Khashoggi. But today he added this.
And it depends whether or not the king or the crown prince knew about it, in my opinion. Number one, what happened, but whether or not they knew about it. If they knew about it, that would be bad.
Later today, he tweeted, quote, "Just spoke with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, who totally denied any knowledge of what took place in their Turkish consulate." In the days since Khashoggi's disappearance, the president has tried to walk a fine line between vowing punishment and preserving the U.S.-Saudi relationship, a relationship he has worked hard to cultivate, making Saudi Arabia the very first foreign country he visited as president, taking part in a traditional sword dance with the king. Today, the president also tweeted, quote, "For the record, I have no financial interests in Saudi Arabia." But just 3 years ago, he said this.
Saudi Arabia, and I get along great with all of them. They buy apartments from me, they spend 40 million, 50 million. Am I supposed to dislike them? I like them very much.
Over the years, the Saudis have invested in several major Trump projects. In 1991, they bought his yacht. 4 years later, a Saudi prince was part of a group that bought Trump's Plaza Hotel. In 2001, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia reportedly bought an entire floor of Trump World Tower in New York. And since he was elected, the Saudis have spent lavishly at Trump properties, including dropping nearly $270,000 last year at the president's Washington Hotel near the White House.
So let's get to John Carl with us live tonight from the White House. And John, the president says the Saudi crown prince, quote, totally denied knowing anything about what happened in the consulate. Is the president going to take his word for it?
Well, he sure seems inclined to believe those denials. As he told the Associated Press in that interview he did just a short while ago, "Here we go again, you know, you're guilty until proven innocent. I don't like that." And then, David, he actually went on to compare the situation with the Saudis and the accusations against his Supreme Court pick, Brett Kavanaugh, saying, quote, "We just went through that with Justice Kavanaugh, and he was innocent all the way as far as I am concerned." So, yes, the president seems very much inclined to believe the Saudi denials in this case.
All right, John Carl, thank you. To the other breaking headline tonight, authorities a short time ago before the cameras taking questions in the nationwide search now for a missing 13-year-old girl feared she could be in danger after her parents were found dead in their Wisconsin home. Police say there was a 911 call from the home, that they heard the noise, but that no one was able to talk into the phone. ABC's Alex Perez from Wisconsin tonight.
Tonight, the search for missing 13-year-old Jamie Kloss intensifying. Wisconsin authorities now working with the FBI.
Our goal, to bring Jamie home, that's our only goal.
The mystery beginning about 1 a.m. Monday. Investigators discovered Jamie's parents, James and Denise, dead here at their home in rural Barron, Wisconsin.
I heard one shot, and then the second shot was even louder yet.
The girl nowhere to be found. Officers led to the house after a puzzling 911 call.
Can you walk us through that 911 call and why it was unusual?
The 911 call was given that night from the residence on a cell phone, but no contact was made with somebody that was on the other line. There was no one communicating with our dispatch.
They now fear Jamie is in danger, issuing a nationwide Amber Alert on Monday. Authorities now flooded with over 200 tips. Jamie's anguished family desperate for answers.
Tell us a little bit about her and why you want people to care about what's going on.
Jamie's the sweetest little girl. She wouldn't hurt a soul.
And Alex Perez with us live tonight outside the Sheriff's Department there. And Alex, police I know are scouring Jamie Kloss's social media. They're talking to friends, neighbors for any potential clues.
That's right, David. Indeed, they are. She was last seen on Sunday at a family gathering, and authorities here are asking people to think back, to jog their memory. They're hoping someone who may have seen something suspicious and overlooked it will now contact police. David?
Alex Perez tonight from Wisconsin. Alex, thank you. We're going to turn now to a growing concern for parents across this country tonight. The CDC is now out with new and alarming numbers in that outbreak of a rare polio-like disease. In many cases, it starts like a common cold, but it could potentially lead to paralysis. So far this year, there have been 62 confirmed cases in 22 states, most of them children. The average age just 4 years old. ABC's Eva Pilgrim tonight on the more than 120 potential cases they're now watching.
4-year-old Camden Carr from Virginia has been in the hospital for 6 weeks. His parents say what started as a sinus infection left him barely able to speak or move his arms and legs.
I can't tell you how he feels and how he's hurting or anything, so it's heartbreaking.
Camden is fighting acute flaccid myelitis, or AFM, a rare illness with polio-like symptoms. After spikes in 2014 and 2016, the CDC says we could be seeing a similar outbreak.
We're suggesting parents do the things that they would normally do to prevent serious illness, like washing their hands, wearing bug repellent, and making sure they're up to date on their vaccines.
The cause of AFM is unknown, but doctors say it could be linked to viruses. So far this year, 127 patients are under investigation. 62 are confirmed cases. The average age, 4 years old, like Camden. David, this illness affects less than 1 in a million, but it's serious. So the CDC is warning parents to look for any sudden signs of weakness in the arms or legs. David?
Eva Pilgrim, thank you, Eva. And next to the major storm system sparking a flash flood watch across much of Texas tonight, the governor just moments ago declaring a state of emergency. The Llano River rising 26 feet in just a matter of hours, washing out this bridge in Kingsland. A body was found nearby, and you're about to see the images tonight. Vehicles losing control on the highway with much more rain now on the way. ABC's Clayton Sandell from the flood zone.
Tonight in Texas, too much water. Flash flooding, triggering rescues and evacuations.
We're starting to pull people out of houses, and that's what our guys are doing right now.
Overnight, the overwhelming Llano River taking out this bridge in the town of Kingsland, northwest of Austin. Nearby, the Colorado River hurling debris over the Starkey Dam.
That looks like a deck that's just going over. Wow.
As waters rise, they've opened all 10 floodgates.
I've seen 2 or 3 floodgates open, and it's pretty powerful at that. But all 10 floodgates, this is amazing.
Schools closed, cars stuck. More than 150 roads are impassable. Authorities discovering at least one body in the floodwaters. To the north in Dallas, dangerously slick roads. A dash camera capturing this SUV careening out of control on Interstate 635. David, the water level in this river rose a whopping 26 feet overnight. And you can see the damage to this bridge is going to take a long time to fix. And there is more rain on the way for Texas in the next 24 hours. David?
All right, Clayton Sandell, our thanks to you. And the death toll tonight from Hurricane Michael now rising sharply. At least 2 people reported dead now in hard-hit Mexico Beach. 1 person still unaccounted for, adding to that death toll. And tonight we hear from the family that built that house just a year ago on Mexico Beach. It's still standing after that hurricane, nearly a Category 5 storm. So what was it that made the difference? ABC's Victor Akendo is right there tonight.
Tonight, grim news from Florida. The death toll there has doubled to 16, raising the overall toll from Hurricane Michael to 26. Bay County officials say they've completed 99% of their initial search, and at least 2 deaths were in the tiny town of Mexico Beach. Mexico Beach took a direct hit, but tonight we're hearing from the homeowner who built this impervious house and calls it the Sand Palace.
So we're on all these regulations, and then we toughen them up on our own.
Russell King and his nephew finished the home last year to withstand 250 mile-per-hour winds with solid rebar reinforced concrete, 40-foot pilings, and smaller windows. As the storm bore down, King watched wind and debris fly by his home from this security camera.
It's awful. I mean, I can't imagine anything worse. It's just such a wonderful community, and these people losing their homes, and we thought we might go down.
The family is confident this town they call Mayberry by the Sea will be back, but for those who do rebuild, King has this advice.
You got to raise it, you have no choice, and I'd build a concrete house.
David, there is still 1 person unaccounted for here in Bay County, but officials believe they evacuated and just haven't been contacted yet. David?
That house still standing, nearly everything else around it gone. Victor, our thanks to you again tonight from the hurricane zone. And there is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Tuesday. Breaking news tonight, the newest USA Gymnastics CEO now out amid pressure. What happened this time? Also the verdict in a road rage case in a Walmart parking lot. The teenager killed in front of his girlfriend. Authorities say the suspect then filming him dying. The plane crashing into the ocean, lifeguards racing into the water to get to the plane. And then double jackpots, now worth more than $1 billion tonight. Mega Millions is this evening, hitting a record high. And which brings you the better odds? Your own numbers or the quick pick? Much more news.